Hi, this is Heidi with allthesanityinme.com, and I am here interviewing Franco Cavallari with Ocean Avenue. Hi, Franco. How are you?
Well, thanks.
Great. So the big question is that obviously Ocean Avenue products are designed for health, but there are a lot of people who are going to want to use these products as a weight loss program. So can you give us the best protocol to follow using these if you wanted to do a 90-day weight loss challenge?
Well, the whole system is designed for general metabolic efficiency. And if I were to choose a few products that can be used together for weight management, I would choose Weigh Smart, Invigorate, and then if we want to add on top of that, I'll demonstrate in a moment how they can be used, Focus and Empower. I mean, that covers a lot of our products. That's 4. So, in other words, the products is not so much which ones you might use, but how you might use them. So let's start first of all with Invigorate. Invigorate helps to improve metabolic efficiency. First, it starts to enhance serotonin efficiency in the mind. And what that does is it improves the body or the mind's ability to stay on focus and on track, so you make the right choices throughout the day. And a lot of people don't realize that they're addicted to carbohydrates. And the addiction actually contributes to serotonin elevation. So every time you consume these high glycemic index carbohydrates, serotonin rises and you get that feel-good feeling. And we get addicted to that cycle. And Invigorate is designed to break that cycle so that it improves serotonin efficiency and it allows you to rely on the product instead of the carbohydrates for your mental well-being. It also helps to block the effects of cortisol, and that improves your ability to make the right choices in terms of food selections as well, because we know cortisol affects the mind by down-regulating serotonin, and cortisol also damages or interferes with insulin efficiency, and when insulin resistance starts to develop, we start to put on body weight. So Invigorate helps with all of this by improving insulin efficiency, by blocking cortisol effects on the brain and on insulin, and another component which is a specific ginsenoside. When you see ginseng in that product, it's not just any old ginseng. It's a specific RB1 ginseng that affects serotonin to improve its effects. And then Invigorate also improves thermogenesis to help you burn fat. So use that throughout the day. 1 capsule with each meal 3 times a day, and then you would use Weigh Smart. Now Weigh Smart is designed as a slow release form of protein. We don't add carbohydrates to that product, not to sweeten it, not to add carbohydrate energy foods, because we get too many carbs in our diet. Weigh Smart is designed with a high quality protein source that's a slow release system. 3 different proteins that are delivered at different rates so that you get a slow release of amino acids that are required. It also supplies fiber so that it reduces the rate in which carbohydrates, if you may consume them with your Weigh Smart, are released into the bloodstream. And then it has various greens, so you get natural vitamins, natural minerals, chlorophyll, and one specific one which I love for the management of weight, and that's Fucus vesiculosus. Sounds like a mouthful, but it's a specialized kelp that improves or has an adaptogenic effect on the thyroid gland. So it helps you, it creates efficiencies in the thyroid. It doesn't stimulate the thyroid gland, or it doesn't down-regulate it, but what it does is it allows the thyroid to recognize whether it's secreting too much thyroxine or too little. So it helps as an adaptogenic regulator. Great 2 products to use together. So you would use your Weigh Smart a couple of times a day in place of a meal or 2, and then have a good meal that's full and full of nutrition that would support the rest of the day. And you'd have your Invigorate to support metabolism throughout the day, and Empower. Everybody knows that Empower is a great anti-inflammatory, but what most don't know is that the same inflammation that causes pain in your joints, that may actually interfere with insulin efficiency, that same inflammation actually blocks thermogenesis. And thermogenesis is our natural ability to burn fat. So Empower, added to the 2, Invigorate and Weigh Smart, not only improves your ability to stay on track with your training or your walks so that your joints don't bother you, but it helps to down-regulate this inflammation so that you release the bindings on thermogenesis and your body burns fat spontaneously. That's what I would do. And if we want to talk about one more product to escalate this to the next step, that's Focus. You use Focus before your cardio work. So you take it 30 minutes before. It's not just your energy boost. It flicks a switch. And Focus flicks a switch that causes your body to burn fat from the minute you start your cardio training instead of 15 to 20 minutes into the training. Because typically what happens is your body will burn glycogen as a source of energy during your activity for the first 15 to 20 minutes. You don't want that. You want to burn fat from the minute you start so you don't waste time. Focus will help you do that if you take it right before your walk, run, your bicycle event, or the treadmill. That's how you use the products for weight management.
Awesome. And then would you fit Way Beyond in there anywhere?
Way Beyond, you know, we can fit that in as well. You know, I use Way Beyond before and right after my workouts. And the reason is that the natural and high payload of branched chain amino acids help to protect the body from catabolism, from the training that you're going to endure. It also helps to protect the brain from cortisol and the stress that you may encounter on your training. And then you take it after to improve recovery, because the biological value of Way Beyond is very, very high. It's between 130 and 140. It means that the body's ability to use those amino acids to build muscle. And remember, building toned muscle burns fat. And so you're not going to build big muscle unless you're training with heavy weights. You know, if you're running and staying fit and using cardiovascular cross training, then you're going to build toned muscle, and that's what you want to burn fat. So Way Beyond can be worked into the system as well in that manner.
Awesome. Well, it is going to be absolutely amazing to see all of the changes that take place in people who use these products. And thank you so much for taking the time today, and we look forward to seeing what's to come.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks.